Okay, having been introduced by Connie Todd myself a time or two, the tables are turned now, so this is quite an honor for me. This is a person who, as they say, really needs no introduction, but I like to do it anyway. Connie Todd was born in Austin, and today she lives in the same house on South Congress where her grandparents lived. She got to be pretty well known in Austin, even as a youngster. Along with her brother Terry, she was the city's ping pong doubles champion in the 1950s. And it was, I think, Terry claimed it, you sort of climbed on him. Okay. At the tender age of 14, I think it was, Connie joined a well-known orchestra in town as the lead vocalist. And that love of singing has remained a constant in her life. And for several years now, she's been the lead singer for the Occasionals. And that's the band that plays regularly most Tuesday nights at Mirabelle's in Austin. If you haven't been, you should really check it out. For those of you who haven't heard Connie sing, it's a real treat. She specializes in American pop standards from the 40s and 50s, and she is particularly well known among her many fans for her unforgettable rendition of Shrimp Boats Is A-Comin'. Let's see. And I should also mention that Connie graduated magna cum laude from the University of Texas with both a bachelor's and master's in Spanish. She is a member of 5 honorary fraternities, including Phi Beta Kappa, which, as we all know, counts some other distinguished Americans among its ranks, including Lynn Cheney, Robert Bork, Phyllis Schlafly, Samuel Alito, personal heroes to Connie, all of them. Oh, and also George Bush. And I'm pretty sure that's George Bush the Elder. Yeah. I spoke to Connie's beloved brother, Terry Todd, earlier this week, much to her consternation. And Terry mentioned that Phi Beta Kappa in particular was very meaningful to Connie. As Terry put it, she wore that damn golden key everywhere. And she was constantly finding ways to work Phi Beta Kappa into conversations. And Terry, I don't think, was in Phi Beta Kappa himself. Okay. And Connie also spent a year studying in Mexico City, which I promised not to talk about at all. She later taught Spanish and humanities courses at Mercer College in Georgia in the 1970s, where I believe Connie was doing a lot of organic farming and hanging out with the Allman Brothers. Those were good years, man. Good years. And they got better. In the early 1980s, Connie began working for Bill Wittliff in Austin as his executive assistant. And during that time, she helped manage the Encino Press and served as script editor, casting director, and production associate on many of Bill's film and television projects. Connie also got to know many of the writers and photographers whose works are held in the Wittliff Collections. And she, in fact, listed and described much of the material that we have here, generating research aids that have come in handy to many over the years. And it was about 13 years ago that Connie joined the Wittliff Collections as our leader. And I assume most of you here are pretty familiar with her incredible accomplishments really over that time. I was here when Connie started, and we had a staff of 3, and it was always kind of a big occasion for us when some lost soul wandered up to the 7th floor and discovered that we were here. Things have changed a lot since then, and Connie's had so much to do with that. During her tenure, we saw a 5,000% increase in our archival accessions. And I'm not sure, I can't even imagine. But, and our visitation has risen from a few dozen to tens of thousands of people each year, which is so wonderful to see people coming through here. We host over 100 events each year. Connie curated at least 25 major exhibits. And just as an example, one of these was El Ojo Fino, the Exquisite Eye, which traveled the country for 3 years as a touring exhibit sponsored by Exhibits USA. And today I went online to look up the exhibit catalog, which is being sold through Amazon, and it's $200. So, in addition to the exhibits, there are the numerous books that Connie had at hand in creating, both as the series editor for the Southwestern Writers Collection book series with UT Press, and as volume editor for selected titles in the Southwestern and Mexican Photography book series. During her tenure, the staff here increased from 3 to 12 people, and we're a group that, under Connie's direction, enjoyed extremely high morale, something I'm sorry to say is completely dissipated now that you're gone, Connie, but we'll see how that goes. And Connie, of course, oversaw the expansion of the new spaces that we're in tonight. So basically, and I'm on the last page, so we're getting close. Connie just, she really, I hate to use just the adjectives, but that's kind of where I am at this point. She brought tremendous energy and vision and creativity and wisdom as she guided the Wittliff Collections. And she helped transform what was once Texas State University's best-kept secret into an internationally renowned creative center. And those of us fortunate enough to work with Connie not only liked her and learned from her and respected her, we came to love her. Connie, we all love you. And it's so good to have you back with us this evening. We're so glad you could come. Thank you for everything, and welcome home, Connie.